Right, shall we do this? Hello, folks. Calls 9 o'clock Sunday night UK time. Yeah, that's the night now. Yeah. Should we start that again? 9 o'clock UK time Sunday night. Time for the Sunday Nighter, folks. And a bit of a special one. We have got 20 people watching on YouTube, 5 on Twitch. We're going to grow those numbers a little bit. Hey, Tanzin, hey, Joanne, hey, Red Lag, Bill. Right, Hakalumi. Anyone been to Adepticon? Does anyone know anything about Adepticon? Farley, hello, buddy. Come on, if you're here, say hello in the chat. Okay, right. Adepticon. I'm planning on going. Haven't sorted it yet because things are in... it's the end of March, isn't it? March 27th to 31st. That's good. That's a bit more. I thought it was at the start of March. Yeah? Right. Oh. So, have any of my watchers been? That is the question that I need answering. Any of you? It's a quiet night tonight. Has everyone gone to sleep? Where's the chat? It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? It's really going to be on of those. Hey, Kurt, I see you on Facebook. Are you going to the Yacht Wargaming event? The Yacht? What's the Yacht Wargaming event? I'm just clicking buttons while I look at the what you call it. See if we can get this going again. Oh, now it's really decided it's going to mess me about. When did you decide to do that? Right. Let's try this. Do you know what? Every time they mess around with things and then they go and do stuff like this and it annoys me. Come on. There we are. Fingers crossed that sorted it. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Our group is slow joined today. I wonder why. I don't know. It is slow. The York Wargaming event. No, not going to the York Wargaming event. When is that? What is that? Hopefully we've got the chat fixed now. Didn't appear. The show didn't appear in the feed. Had to check if it was on. The US is having our playoffs, but we're finishing game 1 and game 2 doesn't start for now. So where are the US folks? I don't know. What you call it? It is a quiet one, isn't it? I'm assuming it's YouTube. I'm hoping they're not messing around with the algorithm again. I've noticed what you call it. Traffic's down a bit lately, but I have been a bit slow on the videos. Lost a memory card of all things. So 72 days till Adepticon, and not a single person in my chat has been. Hello, darling.
Hi.
Watching on my phone as it isn't shown on my TV. What do you mean it isn't shown on your TV?
You can watch it on your TV.
Yes, you can watch it on your TV. Didn't show up for us either. There weren't any notifications. Damn, YouTube. What have you done to me?
Dad, can I go a shout out?
Who are you shouting out?
Riley.
Who?
Riley.
Who's Riley?
He watches your videos.
Does he?
Yeah.
You better give him a shout out then, hadn't you?
Shout out to Riley.
Alright then.
You know who you are.
Okay then, you. Right, good night, God bless.
Bye.
Bye. Right, I need to open the question and answers doc because it is a Q&A show after all. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. YouTube didn't make an announcement about your show. It was hard to find. You probably all get an announcement late, and I bet that's going to be the issue. Let me know if you get announcements, you know what I mean? Because I must admit, this is a quiet show for everyone. I mean, what, normally we do what? Just over 100, 120, 30? Question answers, where's that doc? All you need is your brain juice. Engage the brain boasticle. Which icon is it? Right. Right, the Q&A doc's up and open, so we are good. And Windows updated my system Thursday, and it took me almost all of Friday to get anything working again. I am not a big fan of Windows updates, to be perfectly honest. You really need to go into your channel to find the live stream. Yeah, same as the Sunday night, it didn't show up, but the channels that were live hours ago were still there. Oh. If you're going to the USA, apply for a visitor's visa as early as possible. Right. Need to get that sorted. Have I got a pen? Right. No notification. I had to go to my subscriptions to see where you were on. I wonder if the YouTube thing has screwed up the notifications tonight. Oh, right. So, where are we? Where are we? Don't know. What day is it? Don't know. Okay, questions are coming in already. I really need to find someone who's been to Adepticon, don't I? I'm going to have to do a shout out on the main group, I think. Martin's asking, what are we working on tonight? Yeah, loads of people are saying didn't get notifications. Thank you, YouTube. I think I'm going to have to start telling people to ring my bell. And my bell is still on. He's rung my bell and he didn't get a notification. Same thing happened on Friday with a different stream. Did it, Red Lag? What was the stream? Anything in particular? Is it Wargamey? Because I must admit, there'll be loads of people. I know there will be loads of people going, where's the Sunday Nighter? Where's my notification? Good old YouTube. Well, with this massive show tonight, we've got Insane's just come up. No notifications. Yes, we know. This is becoming a theme of tonight's show. The no notification theme. And YouTube wonders why so many people are switching over to Twitch. Do you know what I mean? I mean, between trying to get, trying to get videos out. I mean, releasing videos now and getting them in front of people's eyes is such a challenge. You know, I've got over 100,000 subscribers, but only a fraction of that actually see my videos now because they've messed around with the algorithms. In my best Leslie Phillips voice, well, ding dong. Keep forgetting to say you are welcome to Sofa Surf. We have a spare room here in France if you fancy a visit. Whereabouts in France? Curious. Same here. I have the bell turned on for your channel, Mel. Still didn't get notified. It's YouTube, isn't it? Well, you see, this is quite interesting because this is like the dedicated group. Yeah, you're the guys who got here without the notifications. I'd like to say a quick hello to the 8 people watching on Twitch. Hello, folks. We aren't ignoring you. Say hello in the chat so you can come join the fun. Went to YouTube. Can't get it to allow to chat on YouTube, so I'm back on Facebook. Oh, Kurt. See, I'll tell you what, YouTube, they're not doing themselves for any favours with this with the live streams and what they're doing.
Forgot the hairbrush.
Okay.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Randy's also saying the Chargers are getting the crap not beat out of them, which I'm assuming the Chargers are going to be, what you call it, an American football team? Is it the final match? What is it? What's going on in America at the minute? Bill's saying he's kind of enjoying the light crowd. He can keep up with the chat now. Right on the Normandy-Brittany border. I've been near there before. Place called, what you call it, went twice. Yeah. Bully Les Mins. That was an interesting place. Almost got stabbed there. Has Mel done any dancing yet? I haven't even done any fundraising yet, to be perfectly honest. I'll quickly check PayPal. But with such a small group, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem right. Oh. Yeah, divisional playoffs. NHL, LA Chargers. NFL, right. Right, no shout-outs to do. Which is good. Oh, it's not good, but you know what I mean. I'm not missing anyone. NFL games. That's your American foosball, isn't it? What was that out of? Was that The Waterboy? You and those foosballs? Not far from the Mont St. Michael and the Normandy war sites. I'll bear him out. Where, Mel? I stayed in a place in northern France. I don't think we're going to get many questions tonight, guys. And because YouTube has screwed up the notifications, I have a feeling that this is going to be a more relaxed, intimate show. So, if questions come up on the Q&A bit, I've only got one at the minute. I'll answer them. But I can keep up with this chat tonight. So we'll just mellow along. Yeah, and we'll go with questions like that. Mel, we can come over there and hurt you. What? Oh, is that to the foosball comment? Have I offended my American compatriots? I mean, we call it football over here too, so you know, I mean sort of in football over here too, but I mean that's proper football. No, I better not go down that route. I'm gonna no. Every so often you want the little bit of intercontinental banter, you know, and I have to remind myself, no. Used to do it all the time, yeah, with, you know, when I was in and you saw, you know, guys from different places and different countries and stuff like that. Because, you know, you'd have the banter then, but no, not in this situation. Evening nodding, guessing you didn't get a notification? Sick Hydra, hello matey, I've been watching a few of your things lately. Sick Hydra guys, what you call it? He does Warhammer computer games playthroughs. Yeah, quite good. Well, although I'm getting battered in my Gmail by how often he streams. Go check him out, Sick Hydra. Proper football. Proper football. You forget I used to teach sports. I used to teach sports history. I can literally tell you where football came from. Thomas Arnold. And the Arnodil principle. Yeah. Do you know why football was invented? Yeah, football was invented, yeah, to stop the English working class rioting on a Saturday. Because during the Industrial Revolution, you used to work ridiculous hours. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, you only used to work up to, up to midday on Saturday. It was half a day. Then you had the rest of Saturday off. And then Sunday would be church day, you know, Sabbath. Okay, so basically you worked 5.5 days a week plus you had a day in church. So Saturday was the only time you got off. So all the working class got absolutely leathered in the pub and had riots, you know, let off some steam. And so they came up with football, and basically it was Tom Arnold, son of of an industrialist, who propagated the idea of works teams. Like every industrial factory would have a football team, and then on a Saturday afternoon about 3 o'clock, after they got home from work, had the dinner, and they could go to the match, they would go and support their local team instead of getting drunk. Instead, what they did, is they finished work on a Saturday, skipped dinner, went straight to the pub, got lathered, went watch the match, and then rioted with the other team's fans, after the match. So there were still riots, but it was over something. You know, it was over football. And we've had those football riots for football violence now for, what? Oh, at least a good couple 100 years. Didn't football start off with us kicking around a sheep's bladder? I'm not quite sure. There's lots of there's lots of sort of references to various bladders, and I mean over in in Derby, they play an old form of rugby, between two villages, and basically, they have this big lump of cheese, and that's the ball, and the idea is you've got to get this lump of cheese to the opponent's pole in the centre of their village. And when they play this game, all the shops board up their windows. Get big boards out, they cover their windows over, because things get smashed. And back in the day, it was a proper riot between two villages. And there's loads of sort of little spin-offs. I mean, there's a tribe, in, where are they? South America, I think. Okay, the mountainous areas, very high altitude. And they play this sort of weird football game where basically they run the equivalent of like 2 marathons around this big mountain. Except as you're going round, you have to kick a rock, along with you for the 2 marathons. And it's part of it. It's part of the transition to becoming a man. So that, I mean, as long as the human has walked on the earth and has been able to kick, I think we've been kicking something and we made games out of it. You don't need that either with rugby. What's that? Right, okay, I've missed the comments because I was rambling. Let me catch up with the comments. With our little intimate. We're going to have to call this the intimate no notification show. I've got 2 questions. I'll jump on them in a second. American football. Here we go. Gamers and fans of yours round us. We could make a weekend of it and do a live stream from here. Ooh, that sounds complicated, right, Angela? Although I am fancying a little trip to France in the summer. We'll see. Let's see what happens after politics. And I'm not talking any more about it than that. But let's just get past politics first and let, Armageddon calm down. Grimlock saying, you haven't showed up in my subs as being online. And also, very hard to get this to load properly, but got here. Has anyone else been having problems with other live streams, or is it just me? I think soccer and rugby were introduced to Ireland to drown out our national sports because I think the Gaelic clubs were seen as recruiting grounds for a certain group. Yeah, I can certainly understand that. I can certainly understand that, Pat. I think YouTube has changed its live stream priority. Lots of people in the past 48 hours not getting notifications of live streams. Right. That's not good, but at least it ain't just me. You know what I mean? What have I done to offend the YouTube gods? I mean, the weirdest thing that's got me so far with the YouTube gods, yeah, is no one told me that when you hit 100,000 subscribers, your channel goes into this like audit phase, and YouTube doesn't push any of your videos. Yeah, so actually, you can experience a massive drop if you're not really pushing your content. And I'm a bit irregular at the moment. You know, a bit of fibre for me will sort me out, but don't worry. But I'm a bit irregular. You know, I'm not daily. You know, I haven't got people coming back daily. And so it was really weird because I hit 100,000 subs. I celebrated and my stats nosedived. Yeah, they also do this thing where they do this sort of cull. Yeah, and when you hit 100,000 subscribers, yeah, they look at your channel and they look for spam bots and anything dodgy. And I was looking into it afterwards, and you basically, I think I lost about 200 subscribers, you know, about a week after I hit 100k, where they'd gone through and they'd done a cull and evaluated my channel. And I think it's because you move up in tier with regards to YouTube support into the silver sort of bracket of support. Yeah, it doesn't actually mean anything. No, I tell a lie. Should I want to go down to London and hire their recording facilities in the YouTube HQ London, I can do that. Bro, I've heard the waiting list for silver people is about 3 years. So no. Don't think I'll be doing that. But no, YouTube's right weird. But at least it isn't me. Thanks, Airsick. I'm going to have to call him Hydra. What's the score, by the way? If there's a big American game on and half the chat's going to be about the score, I'm going to pick a team. Yeah, everyone's saying no notifications. I think that the good thing about when YouTube changes something like this and everyone kicks up a fuss, they tend to bounce it back, you know what I mean? I'm just glad it isn't just me. I mean, they'll know, yeah, because they'll make ad revenues off live streams and they'll see a massive drop in ad revenues, and YouTube is trying to push live. I mean, it is no wonder people are going over to over to Twitch so much, and why I'm going over to Twitch in the future. Because at least on Twitch, you stream, it works. I mean, when Hydra goes live, I get an email every single time. Pat41, Chargers 22. Okay, right. I'm assuming Pat is short for the Patriots. Do you know what? I've always been a bit of a Charger, and being a typical Brit, got to go for the underdog, haven't I? Go Chargers! Come on! Right, keep me abreast of the score. Of course, my Patriots won this morning. Oh, my cat's she's a Patriot fan. Boo, down. I might have to take a moderator status away from her. Right, shall we delve into some questions? Yes, let's pop into the... I've got 3. No, I've got 2. Okay, have you heard of a technique for making moss effects from mixing flock into PVA and applying it to terrain? What do you think of it? Payday next on Friday, so I'll donate next week. Who's that? Tom. Thank you, Tom. 'Tis appreciated. It's over. Oh, when's the next game start? So my Chargers lost? Boo, Patriots. If there's any Patriot fans watching, excluding my cat, understand, I don't even know the team, so please don't take offence. I don't even have a favourite football team in the UK, which is a strange thing to say as a bit. But I used to work in the football league. Yeah, and it sort of jaded me. Right. So anyway, his question was, Tom's asking, have you heard of a technique for making moss effects from mixing flock into PVA and applying it to terrain? What do you think of it? Okay, the mixing flock and applying it into with PVA and applying it into terrain. Essentially what you're doing is you're just applying flock to the terrain. Yeah, it's just a little bit gloopier because you're mixing it in with raw rather than doing a layer down. I'm not a big fan of the technique. Okay, and here's why. Yeah, it tends to gloop up until you have a reasonable amount of PVA liquid, unlike that, which is empty, pretty much. Yeah, but you got a reasonable amount of liquid. Yeah, when you add the flock in, you actually make it denser and slightly heavier, which means it tends to droop and slope down. Yeah, what I do is, if I'm doing something like that, I'll mix flock and I'll also mix in very fine foam flocks. You know, the where you get like, you know, your green clump foliage, and you know, you like throw it in one of those little electric herb grinders you can get on eBay. You know what I mean, for the magic dragon, you know, that stuff. Yeah, but anyway, those little herb grinders, they're brilliant. Yeah, for chopping up flock and stuff like that. But, you know, basically make some finer what you call clump foliage. Yeah, when I throw it in the mix, I use Mod Podge. Okay, the reason I use Mod Podge and I use Mod Podge matte is what you call it. When you go in with dense PVA, yeah, i.e. you've mixed loads of stuff in, it can sag down and it can get a bit shiny because of the amount of PVA you're using. If you're using matte Mod Podge, one, it doesn't slow it a little. It does, yeah, because of the extra weight of what you've mixed into. But generally, it sort of fixes in place, which means you've got a lot more control over where you can put your mixture, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Also, when it dries matte, so you don't have that sort of glossy look. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's my opinion on mixing PVA and that sort of stuff. Go for what you call it, for the actual Mod Podge, not PVA. Now it's rare I actually sort of promote Mod Podge over PVA, but when applying it in that sort of vertical situation, the benefit of it being, you know, essentially like a gel over a liquid is, you know, it's clear to see. That's it. Feeling back in the stream now. You have this again next Sunday and then Super Bowl on the 3rd of February. Then it's over until late summer. Should we do a Super Bowl special edition? That sounds fun. Don't do football in the UK. Do rugby and support my local team, Saints. It is a bit Marmite, isn't it? You're either football or rugby. Yeah. What always used to get me, yeah, was the footballers who like be wanting very, you know, I want the season to end early. I don't want to be in any cups or anything like that because the cricket season was starting. Yeah, and they wanted to get on the cricket team. I've never seen Mod Podge in the UK. Do you get it online? Oh God. Most art shops, craft shops will sell Mod Podge, mate, in the UK. I get it on the high street in the UK, but you can get it online from numerous places. Gloss is good for water effects, you know, for stippling water effects. The matte is good for anything where you think PVA is not going to be gloopy enough. Bill uses Mod Podge in place in all the applications I was using Elmer's glue for. Much more reliable and better results. Please don't tell me you water it down, Bill. Yeah, Ryman's carry it, I think. I wouldn't buy it from Ryman's. I mean, not unless, like, you know, you make like a 6-figure salary. Yeah. But yeah, Ryman's do what you call it, do it. Right, Farley, he's got, please can you give me some advice? I've been looking for months for something to look like valve handles, the round ones you get to close pipes. I've tried to find resin ones with no luck. I know that pain. Right. There's a couple of options here. Okay. Yeah. One, you can go hunting for the ever elusive hexagon chemical plant kit. Okay. There's an old sort of put together kit. It was made, I think, by Pegasus Hobbies, and then it was picked up by Airfix for a while when they brought out their Robo Gear game, which was brilliant for models, NAF models. The game was rubbish. Yeah, and they got the Airfix got the legal hammer swung at them by GW because they put the chaos symbol on the box, so they had to cover all the box symbols over with stickers. Because they had Airfix got a cease and desist from GW. Come on, Airfix going, should we just buy them? Come on, should we just buy them? But anyway, yeah, there is a kit called the Hexagon Chemical Plant Kit, and there's loads of valves and that sort of stuff in that. You could go another route, which is, if you go have a look, there's a sci-fi industrial machinery mold from Hearst Arts. They do like RTV silicon molds, and you can get one of those, and one of those has valve wheels. But my personal favourite and go-to method for all those sort of things is car boot sales, yard sales, garage sales. It's very, in America, yeah, you have a yard sale, yeah, and a garage sale where you open your yard and your garage up and you put all your junk on it, and your neighbours and your passers-by come and buy it. In the UK, we don't do that, yeah. We have car boot sales. We basically put all our crap into the car boot. We drive it into a field, and then we all get out together with our tables, yeah, pile all our crap on it, yeah, and then at the end of the car boot, you sort of hide what crap you couldn't sell in a bush. Yeah, put your table back in the car and do a runner. I don't do that, but it's quite typical after a car boot. You know, it's very rare people put stuff back in their car boot after a car boot. Yeah, but go to a car boot sale or a yard sale. Look for little toy cars and stuff like that, and look for the steering wheels. Yeah, because they're great for valves, and it's just a matter of clipping. I have heard, yeah, in the past, if someone has been notorious enough to actually go along and with a pair of clippers and steal said steering wheels from toy cars. Don't do that. That's bad. Yeah. But yeah, toy cars, brilliant. Right, well, people are slowly finding us. The numbers are slowly going up. Hexagon and Robotech, etc. is still made by a Russian company, Technolog. They're still made under various names. Ooh! Odin, can you find me a current brand in the UK that's been sold under? I haven't been at RoboGear. Can you get RoboGear in the UK anymore? RoboGear was brilliant. RoboGear RU, yeah. Oh, it's the starter sets on Amazon. They're currently unavailable. Oh, such a shame. RoboGear was great. Steering wheels. Called it. Exactly, Connor. But yeah, that's basically how I do it. Steering wheels from toy cars. Whether you have to buy the toy cars, yeah, just to take the steering wheels off. You can pick them up, you know what I mean? If you can go for a good idea, yeah, when you're buying toy cars, yeah, is because the steering wheels that you're going to want are going to be from generally the bigger cars. Take a couple of models with you to check the scale. Yeah, because at least that way you can start building up scrapyard terrain as well. Because no one's going to question why wheels and why all your cars in your scrapyard haven't got any steering wheels. Yeah, we're just over 50 folks watching now, just like in the good old days of 4 years ago. Good old YouTube. Robo-Gear, is it? Robo-Gear. Yeah, that's it. I remember seeing a Game Boy Color at a car boot sale. I really wanted to get it, but even as a child, I knew it would be wrecked, so left it there. You could also just get the wheels from Lego sets on eBay. You could, but to be truthful, Lego's expensive. Do you know what I mean? Lego's becoming something... It's not a toy anymore. It's a collector's hobby. On Valves, you might find some of the Japanese modelling side of things. They like to sell bits and pieces. They do. Yeah, that's a good point. Also, depending on your budget, yeah, if you're looking for something specific, there are actual architectural model suppliers. And these are people who supply modelling bits for architects. Yeah, and they do industrial parts and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a specific set of valves, depending on your budget, because, you know, these are very specific items. They're exact replicas of, you know, real world valves. And, you know, they're used by architects, so it's a price thing. They're a professional thing. They're out there as well. Right, let's have a look at some more questions. So that was Farley's question. Hope that helps you, buddy. If it does, tips down below. I take all forms of PayPal and Amazon wishlist. Right, we've answered Tom's on the Moss. We've got 5 questions. So, 3. Are you going to look into Cruel Seas? Do you know what? I've been waiting on pretty much about almost a month for my box to turn up. I actually messaged Rich earlier. He said he'd shipped it. Yeah, and it hasn't arrived at the studio. Yeah, but I should be playing it with my mate Mike this week sometime. Good point. You can get Lego steering wheels from their pick and mix. So you can buy just the steering wheels. Oh. Oh, I like that. Valve wheels can be any size. Scale not important to those. I've worked on steam heat plant for a while. All sorts of valves all over the place. I worked as a mill cleaner, yeah, in an animal feeds factory. You know where they make the pellets for animal feeds. And basically, it was just a tin sort of structure wrapped around a big machine. And the valves and stuff on that, I mean, the steam and the pressure they use for like compressing and make... Whoa! I'll drop you an email with the distributor online. Odin, thank you, buddy. If I remember correctly, Evergreen Plastic people used to do a valve pack, do they? Right. Evergreen Plastics, let's try that. If anyone knows the proper name of that valve pack, I would be very interested. Because nothing's coming up on the old Amazon. Do you have a how to do DIY fuel barrels and wooden crates? No, I don't, but I do need to. I started them. I've got a lot of Let's Make playlists on the go at the minute. I didn't make a New Year's resolution, but I decided this was the year I was actually going to get things sorted. Now Kez is working and that sort of stuff, and I'm properly in the studio. Yeah. And then I had a look at how many things I need to get caught up on. It's not pretty. I actually worked out, I think, on average, yeah, just in studio time, yeah, I'll be looking at doing about 52 hours a week, plus editing at home. Cruel Seas models look great. They do. Watch, my mate Mike's got a few of them, and he's a mint painter. I was in Kentucky when I saw a flea market selling Legos. Nice. What, just Legos? An entire flea market for Legos? Right, so back to questions and all that palaver. So am I looking into Cruel Seas? Yeah, I'm waiting for my box to turn up. I'm building some terrain for it at the minute. Those videos should be out. Probably next week. Most of them will go out on YouTube, on Patreon first, to be perfectly honest. Oh, has a new game started? Who's playing? Right. Skyhawks on YouTube is asking, I have some wooden planks for walkways on a fantasy medieval fortress that I've been working on. What colour would you recommend that I paint them? Ooh, if you want demonstrations, then go and have a look at the Let's Make playlists and go and have a look at something like the wooden fencing. Yeah, because I specifically go through a few different painting techniques there. And not the modern fencing, go for the, the rural fencing. Okay, because I did a couple of painting. But generally, for walkways and planking and that sort of stuff, first, is it indoors or outdoors? If it's outdoors, it's going to get damp. It's going to be a lot darker. Hello, son.
Hello.
Come here. Oh. Enjoy your Netflix series? Yeah, what was it about? Wait! There's our Twitch viewer.
Atypical Indigo, what you been watching?
I'm done with that now. That was like Dead Shows. Tell the old Russian if I'm watching it.
You won't tell me what you're watching. Right, great thing about Cruel Seas, all 300 and 350 scales work. I liked it. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a naval wargamer with the Cruel Seas thing. Yeah, but I liked it because it gives me an opportunity to do the small scale 6mm terrain. Yeah, I've got some lovely bunkers. I'll tell you what, yeah, making 6mm bunkers is a hell of a lot quicker than making, than making 28mm bunkers. Someone brought the Yamato Cruel Seas scale to Warlord. I did see that on Facebook. Right, anyway, going back to the colour, going back to Skyhawk's question. Right, planking. If it's outside, then it's going to be a lot darker. If it's inside, then you need to go slightly lighter because it's drier, obviously. You can tail that around doors and stuff like that to represent, you know, rain blowing in and wet boots and stuff like that. It depends how detailed you're going with the kit. Generally, I like to use washes rather than paint when it comes to doing wood. I think wood has already got all the texture and that sort of stuff, and washes can really bring it out quite well. Or should I say thin paints. Generally I go for something like a burnt umber with a touch of black, okay, and maybe a dash of dark grey, yeah, just to desaturate it a little. I mean, it's a shotgun technique, but it works, yeah. And then generally I apply that in washes. Key thing when you're doing when you're doing all like platforms and that sort of stuff is, remember, it would be darker where it's more exposed. Look for where water would run down walls and make it darker in those corners, that sort of stuff. So, you know, apply a blanket wash and that sort of stuff. Start darkening it down, then go in with something darker and darken recesses and capture points and drainage points, that sort of stuff. That's a big drink of water?
Yeah, I like water.
You like water? Yeah. A bit like you like cake?
Yeah.
Love you, lad.
Cheesecake.
I ate the cheesecake. So you're looking forward to Angel Delight?
Yeah,
I am. What flavour should we have?
Mint or strawberry?
You can't get mint Aero Delight.
Pardon?
You can't get mint Angel Delight.
You used to be able to.
No, you can get chocolate.
No, it used to be mint. That's one. It was like a limey green.
A limey green?
Yeah.
Angel Delight?
Yeah. It's like a mint Angel Delight.
What are you on about?
That's one. Or mint Angel Delight. Search it up. Mint Angel Delight.
Come here. Come
Search
here.
it up.
1 second. This is important. It's Angel Delight.
Search up Mint Angel Delight. Look. Boom.
That's not... It's chocolate.
Yeah, mint chocolate. It's mint.
Oh, mint chocolate. And what it was a limey green, did you say? What the hell have you been eating, son?
I'm colourblind
Are
then.
you damn right you're colourblind. I love you, lad. Green angel. Oh God, there is a green angel delight. Don't tell him he was right. I'll never live it down. Yeah, right. See you later, Tunnel. Yeah, Angela, I know exactly. That is the series he's watching. Yeah, I know because I walked in. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, watching something on Netflix. I said, oh, I'll watch it with you. He goes, no. He just turned around to me and went, no. He's like, right, okay. Hey guys, is Mod Podge basically just PVA? Yeah, mainly. But it's a gel PVA with a few other things thrown in. Of course, been eating the toothpaste. Island rocks and shoals for sea games, I suppose, especially for games dealing with boats like Cruel Seas. I've got a load of techniques on there's a core video where I'm just doing some sandbars and a couple of scree points, big rocks sticking out the water. Yeah, but they're just core techniques showing you how to do the waves, the sand colours, that sort of stuff. Then we've got the headlands, we've got the defences. I'm thinking about doing an effects one, and I've got maybe a video on colours of the water. Problem is, I lost a memory card, so I lost all the footage, so I've got to redo that one. We only discovered it yesterday. You can see the Netflix activity on your account. I'm not doing that to the boy. He's growing up, poor lad. What are you lot like? But yeah, going back to Skyhawks, yeah, mate. Go with a dark brown wash. But if you really want to see how to do this, yeah, just go and head over to head over to the Let's Make playlist and have a look at the rural fencing or the countryside fencing. Yeah, that will be your solution there. Right, question 5 of 5. My last question of the night. Red, green. Okay, one Pop-Tarts. What's the one you like? Like the classic berry ones. Which Pop-Tart do I like? Right, have we got to these questions, have we? Right, okay then. Pop-Tarts. I do like the strawberry one, yeah, if I'm honest. But I'm not a big fan of Pop-Tarts. One, yeah, I find that the sugary coating on them, it's a bit too much for me. You know what I mean? For my teeth. I've got sensitive teeth like that. Secondly, yeah, I don't think I've ever put anything hotter in my mouth than the jam out of a Pop-Tart. That's going to get clipped on Twitch. That's bound to get clipped on Twitch. Yeah, but yeah, I've burnt my mouth on a strawberry Pop-Tart a few times. Enough to go, no, not anymore. So go on then. Right, I have done... Oh no, we've got another question. We'll see what sort of question this is. Bill's asking on YouTube. Oh, right, okay. Long time follower, Bill. He was one of my early ones. You're right, bud. Right, YouTube. My digital camera quit working about 2 months after I started using rechargeable batteries in it. Okay. About all I used it for was taking pics of my builds for display on the terrainiacs page. It's very good. It's took very good close-up pictures. Can anyone tell me about these cameras and the generic rechargeable batteries? Hope this isn't straying off topic, but I can't find info with a Google search. Anyone else had any problems with, generic rechargeable batteries knackering their stuff? I'm quite curious on this because I use, I've got a Canon EOS that uses a Canon rechargeable, and I bought a couple of generic batteries. So I'm quite concerned that if his is quit working. Is this a known thing, terrainiacs? Do we know about anything like that? Right, whilst you lot let me know on that, I've got another question from Kat. What happened to Thursday, and when will it really start? Fingers crossed it'll start, this week coming up, Duck. I'd gone in, everything was sorted, but I was having internet problems. The problem is that a car crashed into the phone box outside of Spode over Christmas, and I didn't realise that this had affected the upstream rate that we get from our provider and put static on that line, which meant I could watch the internet and use the internet fine, but the moment I tried to stream, it just died. Yeah, and I didn't find that out until doing the final test on Thursday. Yeah, so that was it. I've reached out, things are happening, I'm in their hands, but I want to start streaming because everything's there. Right. No, everyone's talking about Pop-Tarts now. Bill's saying, I feel silly kind of asking this, but there are folks in here with a lot of knowing. Don't feel silly, Bill. Yeah? I have this thing where Kez goes, how do we find out about, or, you know, something really unique, you know? And I'll go, ask the terrainiacs. Just give yourself an admin pass and ask the terrainiacs, because there will be someone in that group who knows something about something related. You can guarantee. Right, Farley's saying the batteries will not cause that unless their voltage is higher. So the milliamps doesn't matter. Milliamps is essentially the power out of it. But as long as the voltage is right, yeah, using non-generic batteries should be okay. Looking forward to your streaming, Mel. I'm looking forward to my streaming, and to be perfectly honest, based on what YouTube's doing now, yeah, I was umming and ahhing about what to do about switching over to Twitch and that sort of stuff. Yeah, but YouTube's just knackering live and video lately. I don't know what they're doing. They keep talking about like they're working the algorithm and all this sort of stuff. And every time they do something to improve the algorithm, things don't go well for me. Angela's saying it's like using generic ink cartridges in your printer. Eventually it will all go wrong. Don't say that. I've just bought some more generic ink cartridges for my printer. No, the milliamps is the capacity of the battery. So yeah, how long it'll run for, how much power. They were AA size batteries from the Radio Shack. They didn't leak or something like that, did they, Bill? You know what I mean? Like corrode and that, because I mean, I've had cheap batteries do that. It's more complicated than that, but basically. Alright then. I like simple. Mel likes simple things. Right. I've done with the questions. I'm switching the dock off on the basis that I can catch him in the chat. Hello, you. You need to match the voltage or else. Right. That shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Because I know the generic batteries that I got for my Canon EOS, they're for that camera, so they're rated the same. You know, I think they're the same milliamps and voltage. Improving the algorithm is code speak for how do we pay our content providers less money, I think, Mel. You see, Tom, I don't know about that. I find that hard to believe because, you know, the screen wobbles. I'm putting me feet up, guys. Yeah, I find that hard to believe because if you have content with ads on it, wouldn't you want more people watching that content? Because the advertiser's you're going to do more ad views, you're going to make more in advertising revenue for me and for YouTube. Alright, Bill's saying, no, they look fine, brand new, Mel. But that doesn't mean they are good. True. Have you put them on a battery tester?
Is that your charger?
That's my charger, yeah.
Can I just plug Corbin's phone in?
Yeah, sure. You know what he was watching on Netflix, don't you?
What?
What's the education one that's going on? I went up, yeah, and then what I said, do you want? And what are you doing? It's like, I'm just watching a series on Netflix. I said, I'll sit with you 10 minutes. And he just went, no. Mel, you are trying to apply logic to YouTube. And no. Everything's up in the air at the minute. Sometimes you think the tech companies are just... What are you thinking? Patreon as well. They're not the smartest people in the books, honestly. One of the printer companies have a code that electronically logs your printer and stops it working if you don't use their cartridges. Refills it is. I'll use their cartridges. We've got a cartridge world. Is cartridge world still going? Or has it gone bust? Tom saying I'm a pessimist. YouTube are just trying to hide unadvertiser-friendly content from the mob. Yeah, but for some reason they've decided I'm unadvertiser-friendly. This happens quite a lot, you see. The YouTube algorithm isn't smart enough to understand, yeah, that war gaming is a game and a hobby, yeah. I mean, I got a video demonetized once because it had wooden shingles in. Yeah, the word shingles. The algorithm wasn't smart enough to go shingles. There's also mentions of tiles, slate, wooden roofs. Oh, it means a wooden shingle. No, what you got? I got demonetized because it was a disease. Yes, my video on how to make little model wooden shingles for your rooftops really is about shingles, the disease. I mean, I know everyone's not particularly, doesn't particularly enjoy the old herpes, but, you know, I can understand advertisers not wanting to advertise on that. But I would have thought the algorithm would have been smart enough to be able to differentiate terms and not just go, oh, that could have that meaning, so shotgun it. Laughing your ass off. You're such a menace to society, Mal. I know. Inspiring people to go out there and create beautiful craft things. Oh, patrons doing all sorts of wonderful stuff. But they keep doing these things. Yeah. And well, not without getting into all the whole patron thing, but I've seen it with a lot of companies that I rely on. They make massive decisions. I mean, do you remember last year, just before Christmas, when Patreon decided it was changing how it was going to bill everyone? Yeah, and everyone wondered whether they'd have a living left after Christmas. Luckily, they changed their mind. And you get this situation where when you do this sort of stuff and your living is reliant on these companies, it's like, whenever they say, we're doing something new, you're like, oh God, not again. You know what I mean? I say again, you are trying to apply logic to them. I know. JP's asking, why would they demonetize a video about a disease anyhow? They didn't demonetize it. YouTube has this special sort of monetization category, which is sort of limited or no ads. And it's what it puts on any content it decides is a bit edgy. Yeah. And so advertisers can pick if they want to be on that content. And none of them do. So you make no ad revenue from it. Yeah. But there are ads available for it. It's down to the advertisers to choose that channel content. Yeah. And so basically it's essentially like YouTube saying, we're not putting ads on you, on your video. Whilst at the same time saying, we're not demonetizing your video and you can still make money from it. And luckily, to be truthful, yeah, there's an appeal process. And, you know, pretty honestly, when I put my videos in and actually get them in front of a human, they always get approved and put correctly. I mean, they demonetized, well, they limited one on making clump foliage. I'm like, what was in that video? Are you sure it's not all the references to grass? Do you know? Yeah, I did get demonetized on how to be a professional flocker video. Yeah, so I had to write a little. This was before what you have to write a little paragraph in when you well, this is how you used to do it before they changed the system. But I had to write a little paragraph pointing to flocking on the Wikipedia description of model flocking. This is not the flocking you're thinking about. Men in windowless rooms with all their bookkeeping and no practical experience making decisions on how to fix things. Absolute recipe for disaster. I've always thought tech companies would be data driven. You know what I mean? They've got the information. Everything that happens, they understand, they can see it. Yeah? Surely, with that much information, you can make good decisions. People, cat, not just men. Humans. Bill saying, I feel exactly the same way, Mel. Every time I hear the word new, I just cringe. I don't know, perhaps I'm getting old. You know, I mean, there's a bit of me that's like, I think it to kick back to the squaddying and that sort of stuff, which is, if it works, don't mess with it. Do you know what I mean? You know, I think that's fundamental. I mean, look at the notifications tonight. I mean, we've got what? About 60 people watching on YouTube. We normally have about 120. Their decision has literally halved our view count. And we know why it is, because no notifications have gone out. The live symbol's not showing up next to subscriptions, and people are struggling to find the stream. Yeah, so it's only the regular ones who'd really jump on this. So thank you guys, I do appreciate it. JP saying Uncle Atom got dinged for his video on stripping models. Yeah, can understand it. The algorithm isn't smart enough, yeah, to to differentiate or put words in context. Which is fine when you're doing videos about unicorns, you know, and coloured clay and slime and unboxing toys. But when you do anything where, you know, you use a breadth of language, management of tech companies doesn't include techies most of the time. Yeah, it's good idea, people. Never been a fan of good idea people. Because it's always good idea people who come in, do the good idea, and are never around to fix the good idea after the good idea people have gone. I'm a big fan of getting the guy who does the job and asking what his idea is. I don't know, perhaps I'm low tech. Do you know what I mean? I am an IT tech, and every time Microsoft they have an update for your Office 360 server, me and my boss look at each other and go, please don't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just, yeah, I get that. Which is quite scary, because you also think, when you think of tech industries, you also think of them being run by the smartest of people. Yeah, and what's going, cats just come in. And the data needs to be looked at and acted on by the people. And, at times, not the brightest of people. No. Maybe you'll have to make a video on how to find the live stream. We'll see what they come back with. But I think, if anything, I'm going to be pushing towards Twitch more, and we'll get that sorted. Because I'm going to be streaming a lot more on Twitch anyway with the studio stuff. Yeah, so I think it's time that... not saying goodbye to YouTube just yet. I got invited into the Twitch affiliate scheme. Yeah, so I can make money on Twitch now. Because I have enough followers and, you know, I stream regularly enough and all that sort of stuff. But I haven't accepted it. Because once you accept it, you can't stream live on both platforms at the same time. So I think we'll have a bit of a transition. We'll try and get all the regulars we can over onto the old Twitch. Because we can't rely on YouTube like this, guys. And then once we've done that. So yeah, listen, if you are if you are a YouTuber, might be a bit handier just to just to jump over to to Twitch and just, you know, follow me on there, the Terrain Shooter. Yeah. I think the links are down below in the description. The important thing is, if I go live on there, you will get an email saying I'm live. Yeah, so, you know, you can jump on YouTube and follow me on there if you want, but it's probably yes, we're going to use Twitch as a YouTube notification system. I'm sure that's against terms and conditions and something like that. Did programming on the Hanford nuke reactors. He left the programming notes out of the programming, so they'd have to call him if it went tits up. Sorry about using the language there, I was reading the comment. That's a nuclear reactor. I'd want the programming code and notes plastered to the wall next to every computer. They'll have to call me up if it goes... Oh. A nuclear reactor. Hello? Hello? Line 37... Oh. Oh, you're not back from Tenerife for a week. Right. Or I might as well bring the kids and wife then, hadn't I? Mel, please don't completely switch. Many of us are having problems with Twitch and new folks won't accidentally find us. To be truthful, yeah, the amount of money I would make from Twitch subscriptions and all that sort of stuff on Twitch, I don't think it's that massive just yet. Yeah, so the only reason... Sorry, I was just reading the comment transition. The only reason that I would stop doing it on YouTube is if I thought I had a much bigger following on Twitch and we were in a time when, okay, let's look at monetizing this. Because there's this thing on Twitch that if you have, if you have an Amazon Prime account, every month you can pick a channel to subscribe to for free. And that channel person gets a subscription and it costs you nothing. If you've got Amazon Prime, you can pick one Twitch channel, yeah, to be like, yeah, and you got to do it a month. You can't just pick one then leave it, and every month you got to come back every month, and you can subscribe to a new Twitch channel, yeah, and just for that month, that person gets their sort of like channel cut of the subscription fee. So there's a nice way of making money on Twitch without it actually costing anyone of my subscribers any more money if they have Amazon Prime. But I can't do that sort of stuff until I go exclusive. I'm not going to go exclusive until the shift is gone. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gunter saying Twitch Prime is cool. Yeah, and I also need to get used to the platform and that sort of stuff. I don't even know what group I belong in on there. But like I say, there's no rush for this. The cat's saying, so Mel, your live streams would be on Twitch and your videos would be released on YouTube? Yeah, Cat. I mean, there's also a little bit of... I've reached a stage now where I can't risk losing my YouTube channel due to a glitch or something like that. You know what I mean? It does happen occasionally. Yeah. And so my thoughts is if I concentrate heavy streaming on Twitch and I and I should look at the restream chat, shouldn't I? Because I'm talking about Twitch all the time and I'm not actually looking at the comments for bloody Twitch. Sorry guys. Yeah, but basically, if I live stream on Twitch and I do my Watch Call It videos on YouTube, then if I lose my account on either platform, I've still got a way of reaching out to my user base. You know what I mean? Whereas if I disappear off Watch Call It, if YouTube nukes my channel, I've only really got the Facebook group and perhaps the Patreon page. So it's a bit like diversifying a bit, keeping myself bobbling, if you know what I mean. We also have problems with YouTube cutting out at least once per stream, but no problems tonight on Twitch. The image quality is a lot better. Do you know, I've been looking at the footage, yeah, and for the studio stuff, the Twitch stuff is a lot better. Do you know what I mean? Genuinely a lot better. Yeah. It's also louder and clearer. Right, Joanne's asking, I don't think Amazon Prime is available everywhere. Is your tutorials going to be Twitch too? No. Yeah, just to be clear, what you call it. All the tutorials still free, all still going up on YouTube, all my videos. No worries on that count. It's just I will be streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Yeah, with the long-term intention of hopefully by 2020 being in a position to go exclusively to Twitch. So for the rest of the year, don't even worry about it, guys. If you watch me on YouTube, just come to YouTube. Yeah, there will be times when I'm streaming purely on Twitch in the studio. Yeah, so if you're definitely interested in the studio sessions, I would jump on Twitch. The reason being is, although I'm going to have a regular studio show on the YouTube channel, I might also occasionally just put a Twitch feed on for half an hour or an hour while I'm doing something in the studio just to kill some time and chat. Okay, so there's that coming. I mean, there's also the Discord server. Yeah, that I've got to sort out, and that's another thing. But I'm not sure whether to open that up, whether to keep that for patrons only. I'm not good at this business stuff. You know what I mean? I just want to teach people how to make models. But when YouTube does things like this, and you know what I mean, it's like, it forces me into like, I've got to diversify, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. Yeah, Kat, so basically for the next year, we're pretty much looking at both streams, both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I'll let people know, we'll figure out an announcement. What we might do is a mailing list, perhaps. Yeah, Joanne's saying live on Twitch and tutorials on YouTube is a good way to go. I feel it is, mate. Twitch, how is there police on music copyright? Patrick, retype that comment, mate. I'm not quite sure what you meant. Aren't you glad there's only 50 people in here now? Well, we've got about 70 watching overall by the looks of it, plus the Facebookers. Oh, thank you, Odin. I'm going to have to check out RoboGear again. They were good things. But no, listen, to everyone who's watching you and everyone who's going to watch the stream after this. Yeah. Does Twitch allow you to archive the shows for those of us who missed the live stream? They do. Yeah, you can actually archive your shows on YouTube or Twitch. Yeah. If you're going to archive it on YouTube, you just have to wait 24 hours after the live stream. But that's only if you're part of the affiliate scheme, which we're not doing for the next year or so, unless it takes off massive on Twitch. I mean, literally, if I start getting like hundreds of people on Twitch, we might have to escalate this. You know what I mean? But there will be archives of the live show and all that sort of stuff, so don't worry. Guys, above all, yeah, I'm trying to make it easier and make you more content rather than make it harder and get you less. Okay? So, don't worry, genuinely. Because if I have you lot worried, it sort of worries me and it confuses me. And I get panicky. I don't like worrying you. Right. We are coming up on 20 past. I'm going to do a quick check of the PayPals. just to see if anyone has. Nope, nada. Quiet night. Quite refreshing, actually. You can put the link to the Robo Gear and the stuff in the terrainiacs face. Bruce is like, I want some of those Robo Gears. Well, the box set comes with the free hexagon kit in as well, doesn't it? Because you get the terrain. Is it 6 vehicles or 8 vehicles in a Robo Gear box? Yeah, and I love how the fact that they're just pushed together and their weapons are springed. Yeah, so you can actually fire stuff with them. Let's just get back in the studio shows back. Yeah, that sounds like a pan, Cat. That sounds like a pan. So, you are doing something new. I'm still doing the old thing, though, Bill. That's the important thing. The new thing is an addition. I'm not changing anything. Yeah? It's the changing that has a problem. I don't mind trying new things on top of things that we know is already working. How Twitch's policies on music copyright. Currently have music in the background. You can get a copyright strike on YouTube. It's a bit iffy. I don't generally have music on in my videos. And if I do have music in my YouTube videos, it comes from the YouTube library. Okay, so I've never had a copyright strike on any YouTube video. I can't see a situation where I'll be using music on Twitch. Unless I own it. You know what I mean? So I don't think we've got an issue there. Right. I think I'm going to call it. Yeah. Videos this week. We're having a studio show this week. We are having one. I don't care how I'm going to make it happen, but we're having a studio show. Whether YouTube can fix the notifications in the meantime... Yeah, don't know. Yeah, I need to find some sort of link to switch on notifications for my subscribers that I can just point people to. I always like it when I make stuff. Yeah, I do as well. But yeah, that's another businessy thing I've got to do. But in the meantime, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It's been a lovely little quaint little show, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's all you dedicated lot. Everyone else will be like, where was the show? And they'll be like, we were there. You missed it. It's like the Ghost episode. Do you remember that one? After the Adepticon. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you guys. Listen, I will see you soon. We will be streaming this week. And fingers crossed, YouTube will sort the notification system out for the next show. If not, tell you what I'll do. Next time, I'll throw a link on my Facebook page to the live page when I'm going live. So just hit over to the Facebook. And if you see it on there, jump via that one. Right. Have a great one. Catch you later. Ta-da.